know who I be. Click like, share, subscribe, whatever it is that you like. I fucks with you, YouTube, for going ahead and revealing. Now we can see we can see these people's profiles now. We can see the screen names and all the pages that people have created so far. I like that. I like that. So all the fake pages, all the fake subscribers and stuff like that. I like that. I like that. And know, you know, your privacy once you subscribe and stuff like that. Yeah, I got them. You know what I'm saying? But in a situation, this right here, like for a lot of people, who's that? Not here. Not here was the original person that they was having to go ahead and like this, you know, stalk my phone and hack it and shit right there. Those were the ones that was from South Africa with them. But as I'm sitting here, I'm just sitting there like, all right, cool. Because it's like for something, for me, I know in my spirit when they don't want me to sleep, and this is like people, these are people that are dumb that still feel like, oh, we can play in this stuff. Someone loves to drink a particular type of rum, okay? Someone likes Crown Royal apple flavored. Someone likes Guinness. Someone likes whiskey. So this is a lot of people. Somebody's definitely from fucking Mississippi though. Okay, Maze. Okay, so someone's name could be Maisie or something, or Macy. But the biggest, you know, thing about this situation, Macy, Lacey, some shit like that. Something that was done in the wintertime. Or they hoping to prolong this shit to the wintertime, a sociopath. Yeah, this is somebody that's doing something so much in vain. Someone likes to play real mind games, so pay attention, right? A white woman, okay? For me, it's like, fuck around, leave your ass for a white girl. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't dealing with no broke, alright? But this is like a situation where, like, it's a lot of people, speaking on my name is one thing, but I told you, you call Beetlejuice, here I is, bitch. Because it's like, ain't nobody gonna make me ever feel like I'm ungrateful if I say that the fact of the matter is, if you want some shit, you want some shit. Own your shit. The only difference is that you can't control the narrative when someone doesn't want to be in the bullshit that you're creating. Oh, that's not society norms. Do it look like I give a fuck about what the fuck society feels like? No, half of these motherfuckers live in delusional land. Reality is fucking reality. And if you don't like reality, keep your ass where the fuck y'all have been at, hiding, ducking, conniving, lying, stealing, thieving. You can have whatever the fuck it is that you want. Keep that shit over there. I respect the fact that y'all were smart enough to keep that shit back there in the background, because bringing it to my face, overstand, you already know at this point, I ain't breaking, bitch. Oh, I'm gonna take your kids. I'm gonna do this. Congratulations. You want a motherfucking cookie? You want a cookie? I could bake you some. I still got some for April if you like. You know, the little chickadee sugar cookies. Do you need some? Because, bitch, some of you motherfuckers go chewing, popping on some motherfucking gum, and you sitting there looking dumb as shit, full of fucking cum of whoever come that can come first. That's nasty as shit. But then you sit here trying to play something, think like you well versed in something, and someone playing more reverse psychology on you just to see what it is the fuck you gonna do. See, that Wells Fargo bank shit is catching up to y'all asses. Oh, you ain't gonna, baby, if I know you fraud and how you move, I guess apparently you're gonna have to move trench baby style. Some of y'all don't get, right? Because, oh, we got money, our money's big, but you still in this shit. So when we go ahead and do trench baby shit, you kind of forget, because motherfuckers sometimes get money and they forget where the fuck they come from. That right there be the best advantage in a lot of fucking situations. Someone is from fucking Savannah, Georgia, that's watching me as I speak, okay? See, you want to keep playing this certain thing, this game, because like I said, a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't be checking to make sure ain't shit in your pockets. Some of y'all don't make sure that y'all don't have on particular scents and smells, and this, you still fucking smell. Y'all be smelling like the alcohol, ass, and pussy because of what the fuck it is you be in this car. But this little piece right here for me to do this research, just to look it up, who would have this and who would have met with somebody, this allowed me to know that the somebodies is in the judicial system. That allows me to know that some of you are deputies and sheriffs. And y'all motherfuckers is around me in this bitch, all right? So it's like, whatever it's going to be, because at this point, I don't need to be out here in the street. What's in the street? Because all it's going to do is, oh, they looking here for your husband. Guess what? I feel like I want to be a threat because a lot of y'all females that's just feeling no certain type of way, I'm feeling away. And how I'm really fucking feeling, I shall not say. Let's play devil's advocate today, right? Some people don't like to be devil's advocate. I'm quite okay. I could be your angel. But in this situation, a lot of people are choosing. Somebody's name is Angel on this bitch. But Angel and Louise. You want to be the ultimate Thelma motherfucking Louise in situations? Cool. By all means. All it means is that I get to have fucking entertainment. Because shit, half the time I'm just doing shit to clear my motherfucking mind and be okay with it. Because it's not somebody, oh, well, did you know your family slept with this person? You think I give a shit? That ain't nothing new. That ain't nothing new. Oh, those people from school, they used to sleep with the person you used to kick it with. You want a cookie? It requires me to really give a shit about their existence in the first place because guess what? Half of them motherfuckers really did need a friend. I remember Sandra Lee did some shit. Sandra Lee fucking Rivera. Fuck with her heavy. I knew she fucked with my first husband. You think I didn't think she fucked with the last dude? I was like, damn, Sandra finally messing with Spanish dudes? Ooh, that's different. And when that shit happened, I was sitting there like, oh, but the wild shit that she had said before I reconnected with her when I was either coming back from the States or something like that. Like, no, before I left to get out the States. I remember she hit me up like, girl, yeah. And she said it so bluntly, like, girl, yeah, I had to go ahead and go do, throw 3,000 situation just to get some cash. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't judge her or nothing, but I was like, oh, okay, so you was too comfortable to tell me some shit like that. But it also allowed me to know that the shit that I knew from a long time ago when I confronted your ass, you couldn't say yeah, nay, or I did it. If you fucking did it, bitch, you just did it. That's why I don't do people, because if you can't say that you did some shit, that allows me to know that I'm gonna always have power and control over you in every fucking situation, and I love it. I know I'm gonna continue having power and control over a motherfucker that's still trying to hide shit and keep shit a secret. That's giving the person that you feel that don't know that they do have an inkling of what the fuck you do, you're giving them more power and control over you. Meaning because I ain't gonna say nothing. You ain't gonna say something. No, but guess what? I guarantee your ass is gonna get triggered if they say some shit that you know that you're guilty of. Because that guilty mind and guilty conscience tend to eat at fucking people. So the reverse psychology in this shit, even if the motherfucker's trying to play games with a person and they're not well versed in certain shit, they're gonna always try to figure out, how did you get out of that? How did you know that? How did you do that? Because it requires you to not have fucking street smarts. Because some people be dumb as fuck as anything when it comes to books. But they got decent street smarts. That's how they able to get out of certain shit, because they can recognize shit in the streets before the shit hits. So when you gotta realize, hello, the Hicks family, if we gotta watch it on the TV, make sure you put the auxiliary cord, put it up full volume, because I don't give a shit. I hate being interrupted from my sleep. So when I'm interrupted from my sleep, I'm interrupting the world's peace. You wanted me to be world peace, 1970s, flower child, beautiful child in the womb, right? No, baby, I could be your motherfucking worst fucking beautiful fucking nightmare. The choice is yours. That's why when most people learn at the last fucking minute, when it's like, damn, I thought she was really evil. Can be. The choice is yours. If you want the fucking smoke, we can have it. Now, the only fucking beautiful, immaculate thing about this, see, when you get psychologists, psychiatrists, and lawyers and judges in this situation, and the most immaculate thing about it is, damn, the only thing that we can try to get them on is the DCF and CPS case. But however, if we go back to those type of cases, and we go back to the records of who was reporting it, it was her own husband? It was her parents? Why? Ooh, it makes sense to me now, right? Wait. It gets better, right? We're going to keep trying to say that she has this mental disorder, but she was the one making sure that she paid all the bills. She was the one that was working. She was the one having to come home, cook, clean, make sure everybody get a bath and get to motherfucking bed. She was the one making sure everything stayed afloat. But when it came to mental and emotional and psychological instance, ain't nobody give a shit about that because we wanted to psychologically break her. But why the fuck she won't fucking break it? Why the fuck she keep getting up? Because a weak bitch would never hold me down. A weak bitch gonna always play victim. I don't know why would they make me feel like that. I wouldn't know why they would say that. Why you crying? You was tough when you did it. You got to stay on big business. When you sit here playing certain games, you got to be able to stand on big business. You can't sit there and play like, oh, I'm going to sit here and do this. I'm going to sleep with her person, and we're not going to tell her that we ever slept together. Does it look like I give a shit? And the fact that considering who you slept with, you might get laughed at in your face. Because the only thing, depending on who the fuck you slept with after you left from me, I'm just going to ask, have you went to the clinic? Is your grill, is your mouth okay? Is your throat good? Is your private areas considered and taken care of? Is you going to the clinic as you should? Because messing with anything after I move around, a lot of people get fear of your girl. Because it's either they don't know which flip they going to get. Is it going to be what I'm going to say or what I'm going to do or how I'm going to handle the situation? See, when I come in peace and I handle the situation calmly, precisely, so sweet, oh, it's cool, it's cool. If I ever hit you with, it's good, it's whatever, and I smile and I shrug it off, what do you feel will possibly happen in that situation? Are you concerned? Or are you just going to be like, oh, they just brushed it off? Or are you? I hope you do, as you should. Because if I don't brush it off, that's when we're getting concerned, because it's like, are you mad? Are you cool with it? Are you, I don't know. But I'm good though. I want you to know I'm good. However it plays, it's going to pan out. I'm going to be A-okay. Oh, your dad was the one that helped us pay for you to get unalive, and I got the money, and I stole the money from you, and then I split the money with these folks, and then I had them pay to make sure that your neighbors did this, and then make sure that they set your house on fire with your kids in there. Really? Okay. It took all of this shit for you to fill it out in your chest to go ahead and say it to my motherfucking face. Oh, wait, my bad. My bad. Y'all ain't even been brave to say it to my face. Let alone send a text message or an email. Let alone a motherfucking DM. But either way it goes, if I hit you with the thumbs up, okay, you're good. Let the shit go. Let it bygones be bygones. Okay? Let bygones be bygones. Meaning, in that instance, an emotion only lasts for 10 fucking minutes. An emotion only lasts for 10 minutes. So that also requires for me or whoever the individual it is that you bringing it to, and if a person say, cool, okay, and they shrug it off, let this shit go. Don't play victim. Oh my God, it was their fault that I did this. Ooh, trigger. It was their fault that you did what? There it is. Who was the start of the corporate? See, it's just simple little sayings, little words that people don't pay attention, that they give themselves away. Even a liar can tell the truth. Someone's like, what? But they lying. No, even a fucking liar can tell the truth. Unbeknownst to a lot of people in the fucking real world, a liar can tell the truth. Even in the lie, if you're paying attention to how far and elaborate the lie is, the truth is in the lie. I learned that by the time I was 10. That's no different than saying, oh, I'm going to buy you that toy for Christmas. And ain't never fucking buy it. And you keep waiting. It's like, but I asked for this toy, but you gave me this, right? And then there's also be people that always want to play the game. Oh, they done switched up and they acting different and they doing this. Well, maybe that person was smart enough to know that the switch up was fucking necessary. Maybe they were smart enough to know, why the fuck I'm gonna keep holding on to shit that you can't let go of? Apparently that person let go of it. You can't. So that means that you are the person who's mentally and emotionally fucking torturing yourself. Because you can't torture a person who requires for them to give a shit about your existence in the first place to not give a shit. And if they don't give a shit, that means your existence and your presence was very much so obsolete, to say the least. Because a lot of motherfucking people used to feel like, oh, you were my best friend. You called me your best friend, but I wasn't yours. Bitch, first of all, Veronica knew. And I used to tell her all the face, I am not a good friend to you. I am not even your friend. I would tell her that to her face. She took it as a joke. And she thought the shit that she was doing was pretty much kept quiet. That moment Sheila told me right before I was getting ready to move out, October 1st, 2024. Oh, that's why, bitch, that's why I ain't your mama. Noted, got it, put it in the pocket, put it in your pocket, and put it in a little fucking bow. So do you actually really feel that the outside world of what the next fucking person do, cyber harassing, reporting content, trying to make somebody not feel like they're seen and not heard, you think that shit is a psychological warfare? I think the fuck not. It will work on a fucking weak-minded person that feels like, I want to give up. I wish I didn't wake up this morning. Everyone can play a game. It's just how far of who that you need to figure out is trying to play a game with you first. So at this point, are we playing Jigsaw? Are we playing Anonymous? Are we playing Mike Myers? Are we playing which one? A lot of people be sitting here like, damn, I can't fucking diagnose this motherfucker because I can barely decipher or decode what the fuck she's really thinking or what the fuck she's really saying. Good. That means I'm doing my motherfucking job, because it's not meant for you to understand or know where the fuck I'm coming from, because half of the people that you're paying to go ahead and do this, they're just accustomed to getting the fucking money and paying the people to do the shit. Doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to be able to do it. And then the ones that they do pay to do it, shit, 10 times out of 10, their intelligence is only going to go so fucking far. Basic psychology says. Especially those who still follow trends, who still concerned about what social media says. There's a difference. Basic fucking psychology. Dark psychology works on the weak-minded. Machiavellianism works on those who do not know strategically of how the game of manipulation is played. Those who follow stoicism is going to be those that's going to be able to sit with fucking sarcasm. Oh, really? You hurt my feelings. That's where those emotions go. Basic fucking psychology. So most of the time, even though the brain is broken down in certain hemispheres, right? We got two, the left brain and the right brain, right? So if you go left, you know you ain't gonna be able to make it right. But if you go right, what is there to be left with, right? That's what the African kid said. But it made great common sense. But basic psychology says most people only utilize not even 5% of their brain, let alone 10% of it. So those who don't even utilize the 10% of that capacity means they do not have the intelligence or let alone the intellectual property to carry on certain things, to say, do, behave, create, and even come up with the idea. You want to know why? Because they're going to have to paraphrase certain things that they took away from other people about how they do it, how they say it. Also, pattern recognition whenever it comes to certain mental or born with psych conditions, right? And those psych conditions usually come into the hemisphere of what? The tism, right? That autism. You got your Asperger's, you got your high IQ, but people with high IQ, they can never really diagnose and place them, because guess what? The intellectual property of the individual with high IQ was very scary because of the endless possibilities that the average brain was not going to be able to partake, let alone understand or reach. Why? Most of the time, Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton, shall we continue? Stephen Hawking, he was in a fucking wheelchair, but the motherfucker was a fucking monster if you really did his, his theories. Steve Jobs, then you have those of, what's the guy's name? John something, I love him, the butterfly effect or whatever they call him. They said he had schizophrenia, but the motherfucker that had schizophrenia, he was fucking intelligent when it come to mathematics, psychology, and other things, unbeknownst to a lot of the world, but we only talk surface level shit, right? Slow it down is what they say. Slow it down. So most of the time, most people will insult the intelligence of those who went to fucking university or college. And if you got more fucking knowledge than when you ever went to motherfucking college, you are a threat. All it requires reading is fucking fundamental. Most people don't even do that because they too busy trying. I want a new Birkin bag. I want Gucci Louis. I want to look like them. I gotta fit in. Does it look like I give a shit about fitting in with any of you endless, brainless motherfuckers? Spineless at that, because you don't have a backbone. Because if I'm gonna say some shit, at least I'm gonna stand up and say it. Ain't no reason to be motherfucking scared. It's a repercussion and consequences to every fucking thing. Oh, that woman got beat to death. Oh, whoop-de-doo. I wonder what he beat her for. She didn't get the concept that he was trying to. Oh, I didn't get the concept that I was sleeping with people that wanted to unalive me genuinely so many times. Had plenty of opportunities, been set up, but didn't require me to either. I was going to operate in fear or I was going to have to be fucking brave and suck that shit up and understand that, hey, chop it up. But you know what's even more fucking braver? Still facing the same person who wanted to unalive you. That's a beautiful thing. But is it beautiful or is it psychotic? Someone would say it's psychotic. You shouldn't want to go back and talk to the person who wanted to unalive you. Actually, I would. It seems like a study case to me. Or most of you wouldn't have the strategy to get out of it because sometimes, depending on who you're dealing with, showtime, like Swish Bit said, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to come on in and sit there and realize, like, what made them think that? How long did they have to think about that? Oh, this seems like love bombing. This is interesting. I know you don't like me. I know you don't love me. I know you're not really interested. But what is the sole purpose for you to even take this on? Sometimes it's even more fun to watch them emotionally and mentally fucking break in the process of it, because the key is to break the person who they're actually there to go ahead and cause the harm, to cause emotional damage to, and that shit don't fucking work out too great, does it? Because then you got to realize, like, damn, some people really do go through some really dark shit, and then it's like, damn, I didn't think about that. Damn, I didn't do my due diligence. I mean, all I know is that their folks and their family came to me with this shit, and it would seem more of them than it is them, and they stand by themselves. But if they did a compare and contrast at this complete moment, I would sit there and think like, God damn, this bitch is smart as fuck. Wait a minute, what did I miss? So now, and the smart person is going to sit there and say, wait a minute, the motherfucker's smart. Hold up. Now I got to turn back around and look at the crowd of 10 to the crowd of that one person. I'm going to study all you motherfuckers, because how the fuck y'all didn't know? How did y'all not, how did y'all not know? Y'all was brought up in the same household, right? Some don't sit right? Bright light, bright stars, beautiful light, beautiful things that come to light. They was those fucking kids putting the little picker things in the damn light bright toys. Okay? And it's just people like, well, that wasn't too bright to do that, was it? Nah, not necessarily. Because why would I want to sit there and keep trying to play with somebody that's going to know every move that I'm going to decide to take? Right? So anytime a person sit there and get that bright idea, they got to realize, like, God damn it, what the... You got to understand, everybody is not having the same conversation. Just because you have parents and grandparents doesn't mean that they in their fucking right mind. Because most of the time, you know what it is. So, hello, Ryan. Who the fuck is Ryan? I don't know who you are, Ryan or Brian. Find you something better to do. But either way it goes, these will be people that sit here, instead of them asking, especially black families, that be, oh, our family is together. Are you sure? Well, if we start asking granny and they getting old and senile, I love when the motherfuckers get old and senile and they getting close to Alzheimer's or dementia, they real personality of how the fuck they were when they had their kids or during their marriage really fucking show through. I don't think if people really paid attention to that. I did my own little psychology theory because it was in Colorado. I was taking a nice psychology course and I was taking a sociology course, right? And something said, test the theory. Shit, I'm working as a CNA, so why the fuck not? Old people's, they're geriatrics, they're supposed to be our elders, so why the fuck not observe them? And I wrote a support fucking paper. I had got an A on that bitch. Believe it or not, actually, I got like an A on like 3 of those papers. It was great. But it was based off of my fucking real life observation of working in these damn nursing homes. And one person, the most immaculate thing, she was like, yeah, I really hated my son sometimes. I was like, what? But it's your son who comes to, take care of you. Yeah, but I hated him. I was like, interesting. And then most of the time, you will see the real personality of how they really work. Most of the time, it was like, one of them was telling me about, she was a young girl, and the person who she married, name was like Earl or something like that. Somebody watching me's name is Earl. But she married the man. She was like, he was the man of my dream. But the thing of it was, she started telling me her life story about, things going on in the house. That's why, when it comes to trailer park kids, they built a little different. Trailer park kids is built a whole lot different than them country backwood kids and other white people. Okay, I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, trailer park white people is built whole different. Okay, they different. But she was telling me about how she met like her husband. She was only like, I think she said like 14, 15. And then the husband who she ended up married was like 25, 26. I was like, but wait a minute, you was only like 15 or something. How'd you end up? And then I was just like, oh, okay. But she just telling me her story. And I'm just like, oh, okay, wow, that's amazing. She was like, it was just a normal thing back in our day, other than that, our parents will marry us off, or, you get the girls that will run off because they didn't want to listen to their family and they got tired of going to church. And I'm just sitting there, I'm just taking it in. But it was just like, but it wasn't only in that one nursing home. Over that time, I worked at about 4 to 5 different nursing homes. But the craziest thing, when they was getting to their Alzheimer's, as it was starting to, progress and shit like that dementia, child. You don't ever hear some of these people that when their parents get old and senile and shit, oh, my parents is just so rough. They talk to me crazy. Oh, don't pay them no mind. No, that racism, how they really was, how they didn't like some of their kids and shit. That shit comes out. If they didn't like the grandchildren, you will start seeing that. If they start talking to y'all asses hateful and shit, that's how the fuck they genuinely fucking felt about your ass from the beginning. Alzheimer's is nothing but a regression of the brain, okay? So either you're going to progress in your brain or you're going to regress in your brain, right? So basically, switch it around, Benjamin Button, the brain. Their brains is basically regressing back to what they used to be back when they was 10 or 15. So most of the time, you have to pay attention to where they're regressing at in their life, because that's where you could sometimes get them to remember who you are and certain things like that. That's all the fuck it is. People be making shit seem more difficult, more complicated than what the fuck it is. In layman's terms, medical terms is not that motherfucking difficult, okay? The original fucking doctors, when some of y'all, if y'all slaves or descendants of motherfucking slaves, honey, the slave masters or the grannies of the slaves used to deliver y'all asses, okay? That's it. It wasn't no real fucking psychology to this shit. So that's why when people think, oh, I'm going to manipulate this, I'm going to manipulate, and I'm going to make them sit here wait. Bitch, you ain't making me wait for shit, okay? We're waiting to fucking die while we sit here planning to live. Okay? Hell is earth, okay? We're walking in hell, and above, we're just trying to get to the motherfucking riches. Above shit, I'm outranking Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and the rest of the motherfuckers. In heaven, maybe not here physically on the 3D, but somewhere else I could be. But shit, I'd rather be there and be happy than sitting here and be in fucking misery wondering, oh, they're going to make you experience a real life Job situation. Congratulations, they got a motherfucking cookie. Woo! We're tired of crying. It doesn't make it seem like it don't hurt because shit, it's a human fucking emotion for you to cry. But some people cry because they're sad. Some people cry because they're really fucking mad and they don't have a real fucking outlet. Sometimes it be people fucking with people that they go ahead and hiring people to go ahead and do mercenary shit. And most of the time that person who they harming and causing this shit, sometimes they probably even worse than what the original demon that they sent in to go ahead and hurt that person. And then the real demon that came in to hurt the person is realizing, was I really dealing? Hold up. Is this a diddly daddly? I don't know. I don't know, sir. But basic psychology would say, hey, maybe if you was in a psychopath and the reason being why you didn't act and didn't do what it is that you do, you realize your soul and your energy in that motherfucking person. And then it's got to be like, wait a minute, Scotty. Beam me up, Scotty. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck am I dealing with. I don't know. I don't know. But then when you figure it out, it's like, damn. I might want to wear contacts because sometimes I be scared myself. I'll be like, God damn, bitch, it seems like you dead in your eyes. Most likely I am, but I'm okay with that. Now, would society accept that? No, they'll be like, she's evil. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Maybe to you, in your experience, possibly. But it requires me to give a shit, again, about your existence. And I don't. So when a person has to naturally fucking detach, reattach, detach, reattach, they get into this space of calm. And when they get into that space of calm, the only thing they're going to tell you, hey, I don't suggest you do that right now. Can we stop? Are you good? You good? You good? You all right? You happy? Did you eat what you having for dinner tonight? Did you take a good shit? Is your bowels regular? Is your blood pressure good? Did you sleep tonight? Are you happy? I heard you smashed your girl last night. Because I'll be like, hell yeah. Hell yeah, fucking right. Life happens. Life is life, right? So to me, in radical acceptance, it's life. Oh, we called your kids to do this. All right, the kids called to help you guys out. All right, cool. Long as, for me to get upset, that would require me to accept you trying to create cognitive dissonance from what I already know to be true to what you want me to believe to be true. Oh, I'm sorry, reverse psychology requires that person to mentally and emotionally, psychologically break down for them to accept your truth to be theirs. That's persuasive psychology, right? But then when it comes to it, energy psychology, right? They call it Reiki, right? Let me do this. And then when you get people start talking like this, right? It's energy manipulation. It's just a form. But then you got to realize how certain people talk to you. You got to realize certain eye contact. You got the lack of. Shit, I might be autism and I hate fucking eye contact, but I had to learn to go ahead and do that to fucking survive. But now that we're not looking to fucking survive, we're actually looking to genuinely fucking live amongst the miserable. You learn how to conduct yourself amongst miserable ass fucking individuals. Crybabies. These were the kids that didn't get the titty milk, okay? They got Similac. That's what they say. They got Similac behind their ears and shit. Those be the motherfuckers that can't hold down their food, stomach issues, or got yeah. Find something better to do. But it's like, how is it that you do what you do? I like to mind my fucking business and enjoy my fucking peace. But apparently disturbing the peace is one of those things that is very much interesting. I like this one. I'm going to call this the new podcast. But somebody keeps trying to hack the email, which they bring up my email, to go ahead and try to, keep certain things from coming out. Or is that their way of feeling like, oh, we got the access to this email to hack them, to sign them? Well, you can't sign me out. Because then that means I can go ahead and trace. Ooh, Tracy. I can trace where y'all doing this, but also someone reaching in the database. Oh, I gotta say something. Actually, you don't. I actually like that you're saying shut the fuck up at this point. I actually like it. Now, when you start saying shit, that's when it's just like, are you done? That's where it's like I get to that place. It's like, are you done? Can you hurry up and get to the point? I need you to get to the point. Let's speed this up. You're moving a little bit slow. Can you speed up? I mean, dragging it out, all it's going to do is just make somebody more numb, more detached, and then it's going to make more of an issue and more of a problem. And now it's like, oh, we got to hash this out. Why are we hashing anything out, Ashley? Okay, why are we doing this, Lashley? Okay, someone does lashes. This female wears glasses. I feel like, somebody's, you know what? Somebody got a 6 to 9 month old around this bitch. But it's just like, find you something better to do. Something better to do, sweetie. But he said, girl, he ain't here. And if you got that damn tracking air tag on his car, all you got to do is, you better call Tyrone. You better call Takesha, okay? Starkeisha, why you do that? I don't know. I was just trying to refrain. They had options, though. Because whoever it is that keep trying to report things, cyber, stalking, harassing, the popo's going to be at your door. It's like, oh, well, we're going to report her. How can you report me if I'm nowhere and not around you? I don't have a vehicle to search for you. I'm not even on your social media. And if you decided to be on social media, what did that picture say? Hey, you heart mine, I heart yours, right? And that's not even a ground for you to sit here and say, see, they stalked my page. Well, consider it a page, and then they do their thorough investigation because they're going to hire a private investigator. And what they discovered is you got more than several pages, meaning you have more than 7. Can you explain that, Kevin? No, you can't, Kevin, Calvin, Candace. You can't explain it. Because this is not fucking Candyland, okay? I am not the gingerbread man. Don't catch me if you can. Because ain't no fucking emotions here. When I dead my emotions, that's when everybody has a problem. And when I dead my emotions, I usually go dead for about 3 to 6 years. So that requires me to be emotional towards people, and I don't have any. So when I get cold in that numb place, that means I'm shutting down for 3 to 6 years. I don't want to be touched. No, I'm not interested because I'm going to do a full observation, internally, externally, all of the above. Okay? And then it's shotty fishing because I'm trying to veg out. And if I can't veg out, why are you here? Hear he. All we have to say is give her her fucking money. And try to give me the headache and trouble, honey. If they're, as long as their fathers are alive, and it's like, remember everybody was like, oh, but let them go to their dads. And will. And will. And you think I'm supposed to feel some type of way? Oh, but you know what they're into. Am I supposed to feel some type of way? They asking, they shall receive. You think I'm going to be mad? Shit, I'd rather you still talk about, oh, they're deadbeat baby mom. Am I? Or is it that it's your time for you to take on responsibilities? I got responsibilities, okay? And it's like, okay, well, we want her daughter or her son to reach out and say that they need some help or they need something. You know they going to send cash out to them or where? No. See, my son already know how I communicate with him. And then Sheila took his phone and was trying to, make fun and do certain things and utilize my son in that way. Now, once he's realized, like, it kind of hurt my heart having to see him cry, and I had to leave out that door. He's, son, I offered you to go ahead and come with me. Like I said, everything has a digital footprint, so eventually he'll be able to come back. But he got about 4 or 5 years, 6 years, however long it's going to take for him to come back through these videos and for him to see for himself, baby, I was there. You know what I had to go through, and whatever it is that I had to go through, you know what I'm saying? You seen it, you was there, and I was riding with you, baby. But I ain't ever fucking take anything. I ain't never stopped you. It ain't ever made me love you no less. It just hurt my feelings for you not to see what it is that I was trying to show you, son. But I can't bless nobody who wanted to be amongst the mess because you felt that I didn't want to go through this, baby. Either we're gonna be in it together, or you just gonna be, you gonna choose to do what it is that you choose to do. And that was to go against mommy, and that was just that. But it didn't make me love him no less. My oldest, it was psychological, of course. I wasn't given that time so she can be able to have that safe space and process everything. But however, I had a dirty motherfucker who had an agenda to go ahead and amplify what it is that she was feeling. She knew how to go ahead and utilize that. But hey, certain shit will run dry. They know where to go ahead and find those videos, because it's not like my kids don't know that I have social media. The ones that are alive, the only one that can't really probably do too much is Marcus, baby. That was my only child out of everybody else. I was always concerned, but what would happen with Marcus? And everybody used to always say, but why would you always just be concerned about Marcus? Shit, everybody else's daddy is still here or whatever. But considering what happened to him and how they intentionally still carried on this shit, and then this motherfucker, his real peoples, and then the wife, come on now. I was only concerned about my Marky Poo. I was concerned about my Marky Poo. He didn't deserve that. But hey, it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. People gonna do what it is they gonna fucking do. But shit, one thing is, I might, be vigilant. I might be hyper vigilant. I probably don't even really care about how the fuck you feeling and how the fuck I'm gonna say something or how I'm gonna come across to anybody. Why should I care? Why? All I know is that I'm being me. You gonna like it or you're not gonna like it. And personally, I can give two craps about it. What does that have to do with me? Nothing. Oh, your husband created a baby with a person you work with. Congratulations. Cool. Is he taking care of those or is he also ignoring them as well? Or did he just take more interest and want to go ahead and do that? Oh, you're real. Does it really fucking matter at this point? Did they know that I was here? Did they know that I was existed? Did they do their due diligence to do their digging? It's either yes or no. But I hear uno, reverse. But now everybody want to talk about what lies was hidden. When did they do this? When did they talk about this? When did they do this? Why would we want to talk about it now? Wendell. Oh yeah, y'all were pen pals. That was what? When I was 12 years old? Like, come on now. It's like people that just think, oh, well, we're going to send this person in. First of all, portals. Second of all, we can go to the clinic. And there's a such thing as protection that will be purchased on both ends. So I see, you see. Ain't nothing, nothing weird happening. That's how you do it smartly. Make sure ain't no pins or nothing around. When we getting down to get down, we're going to pull it out at the same time. You see what I see. You see what you see. Now we can go ahead and proceed safely. Safety first. Okay? It's just like certain things that people just don't get. But it's certain things that they want you to be wrapped up in a hearse. But how is it that you already rehearsing about what you gonna say? How you already got it written on a eulogy about what you gonna say about this person? Oh, they were just so sick. This is so sad. Oh my gosh. It was like clear as day. But it's crazy how it was just like, it be the same people that go ahead and take something from you that will make, start looking for it with you. Once they realize, like, damn, I don't want to be ridiculed. I don't want to be going out and be remembered as this. Shit. Honestly, you're not going to be remembered. Control, Alt, Delete. This never existed. Basically, in my brain, I don't have to operate how the normal brain is. Oh, you're suppressing. No, it doesn't mean I'm suppressing. I completely forgot it. If they are addressing the fact that they didn't give a shit from the jump, then apparently, presently, it's easy to backspace, Alt, Delete, escape. It is nothing to maintain or hold on to. So why would I care about what these people do, say, how they move, and what they choose to do? It has nothing to do with me. A snake is going to be a snake. A thief is a thief, regardless of how you put it. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Like I said, shit that I should have got from off the street, I learned it on the inside, okay? James in there, oh, Uncle Pudding, and Angela, and Regina. But y'all did all this shit for this motherfucker. Y'all working with sheriff departments and shit like that. So versus fact checking just to make sure that you was dealing with what you was dealing with, y'all discerned what? You get your own fucking feelings hurt. For every one lie, there's 100 truths. For every one lie, there's 100 truths. So don't tell no lie about me. I want to have to tell the truth about you. K-Dot. Kendrick Lamar said that in his song, babes. Stop playing me before I turn you to a song. Don't play it before I turn you to a song. Hey, bitch, I'm attracted. Can't fuck with you no more. I'm fasting. Ugh. What's the other piece that Kim say? Baby Key. got out the way, but they still in the way. That's crazy. You get out the way and out of all the lanes, they come still trying to be in your lane. Like, motherfucker, I'm on the sidewalk. Why are you driving on the sidewalk? That's crazy work. Someone had an idea to do some dumb shit like that. Well, they're gonna walk one day, and when they go walk, I want you to try to run up on the sidewalk. I want you to run up behind those cars. Whenever they take their Uber or their Lyft that day, run behind that car, rim it. When it cause a car accident. All right, Romeo. Whoever this person is in the reverse, they're going to reach judgment anyway. But that's it. But you still trying to put the hit out. That's beautiful. 5-0, 5-0. Louisiana, I know. I always want to keep shit on the down low. But I'm already tied to what you do, so let's talk about it. A lot of motherfuckers sitting back, hold on. What? For real? Now they gotta sit there and think about it. They gotta think about it. Talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. The group chat is booming as I speak. I gotta worry about how I snuck this person. I treated them so cold. I tried to take their life and make them understand judgment. Right, Drew? Was that you? Pooh. People drowning. Ace Boogie, somebody from the Bronx. Ace Boogie with the hoodie. I'm coming for you, Chuggy. Somebody's name is Chuggy. Chunky. Mario and Luigi. Somebody's name is Mario. 6 people rejecting some offers. Like, hey, I'll give you this to do this. And somebody like, ooh, hold up. No. Oh, get out the way. They like, hold up. Like, nah, I don't want none of that. You get no love, because I don't want no pigeon. Someone is definitely from upstate, from New York, Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, or some area, okay? But there's no victory in this shit today, baby. Hands, feet, 2 feet, 10 toes down, baby. I stand there and I still wear my crown. Real old school Gemini. Call me a new Kanye, but the old Kanye is way better, they say. Wordplay. You thought you know me a little bit better. Hardly working. It's called surrender.